Live in each season as it passes. Breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and resign yourself to the influence of the earth. Henry David Thoreau.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane, and as the light...
Hello everyone, and thanks very much for joining me here today. I wanted to show you some of the ways that I embrace the change of seasons here as things get colder, because I'm trying to live more in harmony with nature instead of against it, and how I take good care of myself because we've transitioned from our very brief warm summer to cool crisp autumn days, and now winter is fast approaching, and in fact we are getting our first snow as I edit this video. Autumn is by far my favorite season here because it means crisp air, sweaters, apples, and cider, and nature paints the landscape with warm and vibrant colors. And let me tell you, here in the Northeast, it's so pretty. If you've never seen it, it's definitely worth seeing at least once in your life. So one of the things I like to do, even though it's getting cooler out, is to actually get outside and do things, especially things that are seasonally themed, like the corn maze, going to the pumpkin patch, going apple picking. This is the time of year when I do a lot of my craft shows. We take the Adirondack Scenic Railroad up to look at the leaves, and I take my leaf peeping very seriously, so I'm outside a lot in the fall time, just looking at all the leaves. I make sure that I go on lots of hikes, and I love to take lots of walks. And speaking of walks, I make sure that I get outside as much as I can and get my daily walk. I like getting fresh air, taking in the scenery around me. It's just something I've been doing for so long. It's just an extension of me now. It's become a habit, and I get out no matter what the weather. So whether it's raining outside, whether it's foggy, it could be snowing, as long as the weather's not too terrible, I make sure that I'm outside getting my fresh air and getting in some daily movement with a nice gentle walk. In addition to that, I still maintain my workouts at the gym, which are a little bit more vigorous, so I make sure that I stay moving even in the cold weather. In addition to getting fresh air on my walks outside, I also like to open up my windows every now and then, as long as it's not too cold outside, just to get some fresh air circulating in the house. It's something I really enjoy. Plus, it seems to be the time of year when everybody's starting to get sick, so I practice common sense things like good hand washing, getting plenty of rest, and making sure that I stay hydrated. Autumn is the time of year when our local farm stands are exploding with lots of beautiful produce, so it's a great time to take advantage of that. And I also make sure that I'm eating warm and nourishing meals and drinking nice warm beverages, not only to stay hydrated because the air is getting a lot drier, but to help me stay warm as the temperatures drop. Another thing I do is bring the outdoors in, because as things get colder here, not a whole lot's going to grow for us except something hardy like kale. So what I have is an AeroGarden, which is just a little indoor garden, and I can plant various things in this, but what I'm planting here are some mixed salad greens and a couple of herbs just to have something fresh as the weather gets cooler. And as we get towards winter here in the northern hemisphere, the daylight hours are becoming shorter and shorter. For us, the sun is setting around 5 p.m. and I find myself getting tired around 8. So instead of fighting it, I've just decided to go with it. And I've been doing things to kind of wind down so that I can have a good night's sleep, like turn off the cell phone, get off the computer, take a nice warm shower, read a book. So just trying to establish some sort of a routine at night to help me relax. Alright, on to the recipe for this video, which I'm not even sure we can call a recipe because you're just chopping stuff up and throwing it in a pot. Here I have some onion, celery, carrots, half of a yellow squash, some sweet potato, corn, pinto and kidney beans, mushrooms, diced bell peppers, garlic, and my spices. And I need some tomato sauce and tomato paste, and then you literally just throw everything into a pot and mix it together and add a little bit of water. And then I cook this for about 2.5 hours on the stove. Don't worry, I know I'm going fast, but the recipe is in the description box down below. And what you get is some rich and hearty chili that you can top with some vegan cheese sauce or vegan sour cream. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.